So, what is the difference between Aura, Incogni, DeleteMe, and Optery? Well, as far as digital security is concerned, Incogni operates on a highly automated, takes a more human-driven approach, where real people is the most transparent because they actually show you screenshots. Aura basically just includes data removal as part of a bigger idea. Look, all of this is semantics. If the correct answer would appear on paper, this video would be 30 seconds long, but it needs a little explanation from a real, unbiased source. How unbiased? Well, I have discount links to all 4 services in the description below that support the channel at no extra cost to you. So even if you disagree with my assessment and use one I don't recommend, you still save money and I still earn a small commission. So take my advice or leave it. All 4 of these services work. None of them are scams. The difference is how they operate and, more importantly, what they're optimized for. Some earn their value by submitting as many opt-out requests as possible, regardless of whether those listings pose a real threat. Others focus on individual risk assessment, targeting the removals most likely to cause you actual harm. A quick surface-level take would be more requests equals better service, in which case, video's over, Incogni wins! Link in the description. Obviously, there's more to it than that. When I tested Incogni, they submitted over 400 removal requests on my behalf across a wide range of sites, despite publicly claiming coverage of around 420 plus brokers, plus thousands of additional sites. So I was listed on every data broker site? Some of those were in the 1,000 of additional sites? What did you actually do? Okay, let's try another one. DeleteMe submitted 8 requests in the first month, despite claiming coverage of over 976 data broker sites. The math is not mathing. Here's what's actually happening. There are 2 types of data broker removal services. Services that submit hundreds of requests in your name, often to sites that may not have meaningful profiles on you in the first place. Fast, scalable, usually cheaper, can give you a false sense of security. Or services that prioritize manual review, focusing on higher risk listings. Fewer removals, but more targeted, and in some cases, you're effectively paying several dollars per removal, closer to 10. Here's the real question. What are you trying to accomplish here? If your goal is just to remove your address from a bunch of search results, you can technically do that for free. Google allows you to submit removal requests for pages displaying your personal information. You can click the little 3 dots and then submit a request after like 6 clicks, and it's easy. If what you're after is a false sense of security, do that. There's your free Tech Roost tip of the day. Woo! But if your actual goal is to improve your privacy and overall security online, then what you're really looking for is a comprehensive digital security solution. And no standalone data broker removal service is going to give you that. Because the real risk with data brokers isn't whether someone identified the most dangerous listing, it's not whether your information is on your 400th random site. The real risk is that you sign up for one of these services, and after the first month, there's just not that much left for them to do. After 1 month, they don't do much. Especially services focused on manual review. If your higher risk listings are gone early, you could end up paying $10 to $15 a month for a service running 0 new removals. A handful of new listings show up every few months, that's it. So you might be thinking, fine, I'll sign up for 1 month, get the removals, and cancel. Also no, because in the modern internet, your data doesn't just disappear, it gets resold, reposted, and redistributed constantly. What you actually want is something monitoring and removing continuously over time. That's what makes them worth paying for long term. Which means that if you're going to invest in ongoing protection, it makes more sense to go with a full digital security platform, something that covers data broker removal and identity theft protection, credit monitoring, financial alerts, a VPN, antivirus, password management, and I've been an Aura subscriber since I signed up for them on camera. Not a demo, a real account with my real information, but, you know, blurred because this is a security channel and I'm not earning commissions on my own identity being stolen. Yet. Here's what that looks like in practice. As of right now, Aura has removed 75 instances of my personal information from data broker sites. That number was 58 the last time I reported it, which means it's not a one-time cleanup, it's genuinely running in the background. Data broker profiles rebuild themselves. Any service that does one pass and calls it done is selling you a feeling, not a solution. But why is that better than 400 plus or, 8? Well, because of everything else. The thing I keep coming back to is that Aura found a leaked password I was actively using at the time. Not a password from 5 years ago, one I was using that week. That's the kind of alert that actually changes your behavior. On the dark web side, Aura has surfaced 45 critical alerts through my account. When I ran alongside a competitor in a direct test, LifeLock found 4. I want to be fair, that's a different video, but it's the kind of number that tends to stick with you. If you're trying to spend the least amount of money or do that thing I told you not to do where you sign up for a month and cancel, links to all 4 services are in the description. No judgment, save some money. But if you're ready to actually lock this down long term, think about this. Someone spending $600 at Burlington Coat Factory in your name, a week without access to your own bank account while you prove you didn't do it. That's not a hypothetical, that's the inciting incident to my own identity theft journey. Watch my other videos if you want more lore. Pricing. I'm going to send you to the link rather than quote a number here because it changes and I don't want to do this video and be wrong in 6 months. What I will say is that it consolidates tools you're probably already paying for separately, and the math tends to work out. Paying for theft protection on your own house and then having it burned down is one way to go. Technically, you were protected, just not from the thing that actually happened. The Aura link is in the description, current pricing and discounts are both there. And if you want the full breakdown on what Aura actually caught in my account and how it held up over time, we have a dedicated review on the channel. Watch that one first if you want all the details before you commit.